Hi guys, hi lovely people. Hope you guys are doing great and doing fine. It's yet another lovely day that the Lord has granted us to see. Thank you so much for those who subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your likes and sharing. Your support, you guys, will mean a lot. Thank you so much. May the Almighty God bless you. Uh, as those who have been following, those who are members, you have been realizing that I talk mostly on first-time moms, breastfeeding, and children's development in general. And those are some of my topics, though I have more and more. But as I always tell my members, family, that I talk out of experience. I'm not professional, but then I talk out of experience. I know my experience, it could help somebody else, it may help somebody else. So I talk on experience, what we mothers face when giving birth, what we face when breastfeeding, what we face when feeding our babies, what we face on our children's development, all those steps on children's well-being and a mother's well-being as a mother who has given birth, and the process of breastfeeding. Those are my topics. So welcome back, those who are family, and those who have not subscribed. Please don't just pass by this video without subscribing. Please, your subscription means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Those who have subscribed, you mean a lot. Thank you so much. And those who haven't, please just subscribe, give a thumb up, like, share. That one means a lot to me, and you're supporting me in one way or the other. So thank you so much. Today I want to talk on the continuation of some of the things that may hinder your child from breastfeeding. The other time in the previous videos, I talked on sickness. I talked on if the baby is sick or if the mother is sick. All this can hinder a baby from, or the baby can refuse to breastfeed because of those factors. So today I just want, it's just a continuation on some of the things that can hinder or can refuse or can make your baby refuse to just breastfeed. You're like, you're breastfeeding, your baby refuses just like that. So you may be wondering, what's the problem? What's happening to my baby? So today I just want to also to talk on some few factors that may lead to that. And one of the things is if the baby is sick. You know, sometimes the baby can be sick and we don't know. But as a mother, sometimes that can also be a factor. That can also be a hint that can help you to know my baby is sick. You're breastfeeding your baby and your baby is refusing. But your baby maybe is crying or showing other signs, but refuses to breastfeed. You know, when you are sick, sometimes you lose appetite. It also happens to babies. Don't think that for them they are different from other humans. They're all human beings, so their development is just the same as adults. Sometimes when you are sick, you lose appetite, you don't feel like eating anything. So it can also happen to your baby. So sometimes you can be breastfeeding your baby and your baby refuses to eat. So check your baby's health. If it's not very severe, it's just a minor illness or it's a minor fever, then you can treat your baby maybe by medication, or you can seek medical advice for proper checkups. So here I just want to say that sometimes those may be some of the things that can hinder your baby from breastfeeding. The other factor that can also make your baby refuse to breastfeed, breastfeeding on an empty breast. Do you hear me here? Do you hear what I'm trying to say? What I mean here, breastfeeding on an empty breast, that sometimes we mothers, there are some of us who have got very fewer breast milk. So find that your baby is suckling, but then there's nothing that is coming out. The baby gives up, was like trying to suckle, and there's nothing that comes out. Then the baby refuses, because you know that once I suckle this breast, there's nothing that comes out. I'm just suckling in air. So the baby refuses completely. So find that also a mother, if you're breastfeeding, please check if you're breastfed and you see that your baby is not breastfeeding or refusing, try to express and see, is there something coming out? Or there are some who pump. Try to pump and see, is there something coming out? Or if you're breastfeeding, even before breastfeeding, you can first squeeze and see if it's popping out. Then you continue breastfeeding. If you see that your baby is refusing, remove the breast squeeze again and see if is it the breast milk, is it coming? Because those are, and it's so annoying, we just don't understand. Sometimes the babies can get so frustrated and they refuse completely because they keep on sucking and then they keep on suckling and then nothing comes out. So they get so frustrated, they leave your breast, and then when you put again, they refuse completely. So as a mother, check out your breast milk. Is it coming out? If it's coming out, then there may be something else. Also, the other thing is sometimes your baby may refuse to breastfeed. You know, as a mother, especially a working mother, you may find that the whole day you are away, then you come in the evening, then you breastfeed your baby. Sometimes our breast milk, they go sour. I just don't know how this happens, but it has also ever happened to me. But sometimes the taste of the milk, it changes. I think because maybe of the tropical climate, we work in the hot weather, so it becomes, I don't know, I just don't know what happens. I'm not a scientist. Maybe doctors can help us, maybe pediatricians can help us, but it has also ever happened to me that I went to work the whole day, then I didn't express, but when in the evening when I came, I washed my breast, so I was trying to breastfeed. My baby breastfed just a short, just like maybe 1 minute or two. Then my baby removed the mouth from the breast. So I was wondering what's happening. So I tried to squeeze the milk. It was really like, it was a yogurt texture. It was like yogurt-like thing. So it was thicker as, it was not as usual. So when I tasted it, it was a bitter-like taste. It was not very proper. So I realized that, okay, when you stay longer without breast, and that's why they encourage us to express. If you're going to work, maybe lunch hour, or you can express your milk, then you store it so for later use. Or in the morning before you leave, you express, because the more the milk stays inside and it stays for longer hours, it can go sour. I don't know the science behind it, but it can go sour. It has ever happened to me. Maybe someone else, it has also ever happened. But also this is one factor that can hinder your baby from breastfeeding. Because when they breastfeed, they say that it's a different texture. They say that their use of that sweet texture, their use of that sweet, breast milk is, it has got its own unique taste. It's so nice, and so the taste is sweet-like. So if they're used to that sweetness and then they just abruptly, then it happens, it becomes sour, the baby can refuse to breastfeed. So as a mother, also consider this as a factor. When you're breastfeeding, make sure that you after maybe you have worked for a long day, you have not expressed, you have not given your baby a breast milk. When you come to work after you have washed your breast, then squeeze out fast. That first few drops, squeeze them out and see if they are okay or if they are not. But if you see that it's okay, then you can continue breastfeeding your baby. But if it's that your baby is refusing to breastfeed, that can be one of the factors that can hinder your baby from breastfeeding. So as I've said, I talk out of experience. So there are so many factors that can hinder your baby from breastfeeding. There are sometimes, as I've said, when the baby is sick. Also sometimes when the baby is having sore throat. You know, it also happens to babies sometimes. You find they're having sore throats or they're having wounds in the mouth. So you find that when they're breastfeeding, I know that when they breastfeed, that milk enters, they feel pain. So those are some of the few things that you can check out and see if your baby is having any problem. But if it's not any problem, but your baby is refusing to breastfeed and you have checked all this, you're okay, then you have to seek medical advice. You have to take your baby to the hospital and see maybe for more checkups to see what is happening. But these are just a few out of many factors that can hinder your baby from breastfeeding. So hope you have learned something. Hope you have gotten something. And as a mother out there, as a lady out there, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate those who breastfeed their babies. I do appreciate you. You are just a great mother. I just give you a thumb up. Continue with the hard work. It's not an easy work. It's a very hard work to breastfeed, but then continue. There's a reward afterwards. You know how our reward is? What our reward is? When we see our babies grow healthy, when we see our babies smile, when we see our babies very joyous, when we see our babies glowing, then you're like, wow, because of your breastfeeding, because you're making your baby's immune system stronger and stronger, and the antigens become stronger, and your baby becomes stronger and disease free. So I find that our breast milk, they help our children to stay away from illnesses or from diseases, and also strengthen their immune system. So please, mothers who is breastfeeding out there, check out for these points. If your baby is not breastfeeding, they might help you in one way or another. Thank you so much. Hope to see you in the next video. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Mwah! Love you.